Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend speaks out and sends a cease and desist to the hotel where Liam Payne passed for allegedly lying on her and saying that she was there. We got to talk about that and a lot more, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. Just consider me your new messy best friend who spills all pop culture. Girl, I'm covering everything in pop culture. It's sort of like we're on a FaceTime call, and that is something I really love. I love to grab a snack and a drink, put that pillow over our tummies, and just spill the pop culture tea, girl. Everything that's trending, I'm gonna be talking about it. But before we get into Liam Payne, I just wanna, start this video off by saying that I've been handling the Liam Payne with a lot of love, a lot of human, and a lot of respect. There is no trashing Liam on this channel. There is no disrespect for Liam on this channel. So you guys can definitely watch without worrying or knowing that this is going to be something triggering or traumatic. So I lost someone, I know what it's like, so definitely handling this as a human. So I just want to say that because, for all the new messy besties that are considering joining our family, just know that you're in a safe environment. Okay, so Maya Henry, Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend, has been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. There is a audio of the alleged hotel manager Esteban saying that Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend was actually in the floor above. Well, Maya Henry did not like that, and she sent a cease and desist. Check this out. Breaking news on Liam Payne's passing. So there's an audio going around of the alleged hotel manager saying that his ex-girlfriend was allegedly in the same hotel as he was, but in the floor above. Now, let's listen to this audio and then we can talk.
Andaba con su ex pareja y estaba alojada acá. Estaba alojada, sí. Sí. Arriba, puede ser un piso más arriba. Un piso más arriba, sí. Sí es.
So, this was the voice of the alleged hotel manager saying that yes, in fact, the ex was in the same building, but on the floor above. Now, Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend, Maya Henry, speaks out about her allegedly being in the same hotel the day he passed. So it says here, Liam Payne's ex, Maya Henry, has broken her silence on rumors surrounding his death. Maya, who filed a cease and desist letter in the run-up to the 31-year-old ITV, the X Factor star dying in Buenos Aires in Argentina, has flatly denied rumors she was staying at the South American hotel. Speaking to the Mirror, a source says, quote, Maya Henry has never been to Argentina, and she was not back with Liam Payne. It comes after hotel workers spoke to Argentinian TV, revealing an alleged ex of Liam's was around and staying on the floor above the One Direction star. A source close to Maya reveals that right now she is obviously in shock. So when I first heard this audio, I didn't look at the comments. The first thing I thought was, here's the thing. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. You guys know this, but there is just something very off about this hotel. There are so many missing pieces. There are so many things that I just don't believe. And the first thing I thought was, I feel like they're trying to sort of cover something up. And I feel like they're trying to, send the blame to someone else, shift the blame to an ex, like a crazy ex who had to get to him and harm him or something. That's my first thought. Then I look at the comments and so many people were saying that. And it's giving that vibe. There is something about this hotel that it's giving very much American Horror Hotel. I just feel like there is something in this hotel that is eerie. I feel like the people are shady. I feel like there's just something that is not adding up here. And bringing an ex to the front lines, and of course everyone thinks it's Maya Henry, so her comment section is flooded with so many people saying like, you did this, it's your fault, are you happy, are you healed now? Like so many comments against Maya Henry. And of course she did write this book and put it out in May. Of course there was some legal issues. If you guys want me to do a deep dive on this, I can for sure do it, but I just feel like the hotel is covering something up. And, I as I edit my video sometimes with Liam, I sometimes say like, I can't believe that I'm actually like thinking that this was anything other than somebody who just couldn't, live anymore and decide to take their own life. But it just doesn't feel this way to me. It does, when it first was mentioned, of course you think like, musicians and Liam has been so open about his mental health and all of these things.
I'm quite lucky to be here still, which is something I've never really shared with anyone.
I mean, I've spoken to managers who've lost people and different, and I've definitely put strain on a lot of people in my life in the past. You see, it makes me like makes me a different person. I don't like talking about it. I was worried how far my rock bottom was going to be. Where's rock bottom for me? And you would never have seen it. I'm very good at hiding it. No one would have ever have seen it. But rock bottom, I mean, I don't even know if I hit it yet.
So you put two and two together, and you're like, well, this does happen every single day, and people just seem, to can't move forward, and this at the moment feels like their own option. So, having said that, of course that, you hear these news and you say, okay, he must have really been struggling. But then you start seeing all of these other missing pieces. For example, the alleged camera stopped working an hour before. Then the fans speaking out saying that a lot of the things that is coming out in the media that the hotel saying is false because they were there. There was no scenes. There was no, screaming. There was no throwing. There was no escorting. There was no convulsions. I mean, it's just insane. And you really have to think, what would the fans get from denying this? You know what I mean? I feel like the first thing that they would want is justice for Liam. So they would say anything that they would have seen, they would have said it, to the press. But most of the fans are saying that, none of these things happened. So it just makes you wonder, like, what is the truth here? What is actually happening here? And what are they trying to cover? So when they brought in Maya Henry or the ex, I was like, something is really weird here. I mean, it is so easy it's so easy to confirm if she was there or not. Passports, cameras in the airports. I mean, there's so many ways that you can confirm that she was there or not there. So of course, if I was Maya Henry, I would send a cease and desist as well, because girl, you're not gonna blame me for saying that I'm there because you're trying to cover your fucking ass. That's what I think, and again, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but there is something here. Now, one other thing that I thought was so interesting was the raid. Now, they haven't really spoken out about what actually they're looking for, but there was news that came out last night. So there's a new rumor about the investigation that allegedly they are very close to closing down the hotel because rumors are circulating that allegedly this is not the first time that there is suspicion of an underground alleged drug ring. So they are all under investigation. It is believed that a lot of the employees are set to be arrested, and they are not going to stop until they find what in fact really happened. One thing I do have to just mention is that, there's reports that he was sober just up to 24 hours before his passing. He allegedly did blood work in order for, his visa to get approved once again to come into the US. And you have to be, I guess, completely sober. And he was completely clean. The fans who saw him just 1 hour before also mentioned that he was completely normal and clean, and he was very coherent. If he had all these drugs in him that they say that he allegedly did, would you think that he would be acting so picture perfect? The fans were saying that he was so coherent, that he was lovely in conversation, that he was following along, and all he said was he was gonna go upstairs, have some lunch, and then come back down to meet more fans that were on their way to meet him. So, I mean, I'm sorry, girl. I've never done drugs before. I've only done CBD. And I'm gonna just be very honest, I've seen plenty of movies. I've seen plenty of people take drugs. And yes, it takes some time to hit the system. But there are some drugs that are almost immediate. You know what I mean? So you could tell if somebody did a little snow here or there. You could tell if somebody is flying high. You could tell, okay? So it's not making sense. But, Maya Henry, she's definitely getting a lot of the blame for it. I feel like, because a lot of people are saying, well, you know, Maya had every right to share her story, and if this is what happened to her with Liam, then she has every single right to share it, which I absolutely agree on that. But there's also so many people saying that she would do anything, her and her family, to get famous. So they had this like homemade reality show that looked a mess. I mean, there's just a lot of things. It's very sad because the father is still in Argentina, waiting just to, you know, get his son back to the UK so they can do a proper funeral. And the investigators are not allowing it for a reason. And that, my friends, is where I also say something is up. A hotel would never have been raided the way it was. There wouldn't be such a long investigation on the body. There wouldn't be such a long investigation on the people. There's allegedly a bunch of people who have been or on the verge of allegedly getting arrested from the hotel. So there's just a lot of moving pieces to this. But of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated with everything, so don't worry about anything. But I just, you know, it's just very sad. It is really sad because there's so many questions unanswered, but I have a feeling that they're gonna get to the bottom of it. And I have a feeling they're gonna find something in that raid. I just have that feeling that it's going to be sort of like an underground drug, you know, situation. I really do feel that. And I also feel like this was not what was first said about Liam. I don't believe that he took his life, and that's just my opinion. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I don't take any of you guys for granted, and you know, I just hope that I'm making you guys proud with how I'm covering this. It's a very, very tricky, you know, subject to cover because I want to be as respectful as possible. It also brings up a lot of, you know, traumas for me because, like I mentioned, you know, I lost someone that I loved. That, you know, they took their life, and you know, it just brings up a lot of things. So I'm trying to do it as humanly as possible, but there's just something really weird here. So anyways, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.